I'm Kristen Schimler, and I went vegan 4 months ago. This lifestyle choice can be quite daunting, but you just have to know what vitamins and minerals to incorporate into your diet to make it more healthy. I found that I wasn't doing such a good job on it. I looked at my Cronometer report and I found that I was behind in iron, calcium, and vitamin D. And so I went straight to the source. I talked to my friend Liv Mott, a global studies major who turned vegan 6 months ago. A lot of people love to ask like where vegans get their protein. It's not necessarily an issue of how much protein you get, but rather the amount of calories you're eating. You can get so much protein from nuts and seeds and legumes and beans and tofu. I do take a B12 supplement. That's the only supplement I take. Humans can't get B12 from the soil anymore. Usually it would grow on like root vegetables, but since our soil is so depleted, it doesn't anymore. Um, you can get a lot of iron through dark leafy vegetables, so spinach, collard greens, broccoli has iron. I know that that dark green color is kind of a signal that there's most likely iron, so. Yeah, that's one thing that veganism taught me. Do not fear carbs. So, your body runs on glucose. That's what your cells run on. That's their primary source of fuel for all the functioning of every single cell in your body. And glucose is a carb. As you're taking in those carbs, you're just directly feeding those cells with glucose. So your body is getting the most direct form of nutrients. Your body actually runs most efficiently on carbs. Thinking of like a food pyramid, definitely on the bottom, what you're going to want to eat the most of is vegetables and fruit. Then next, you're going to want to have your grains and your whole wheats and things like that. And then on top of that is going to be your like heavy proteins, your legumes and your beans, tofu, tempeh, and then on top is going to be your more like fatty oil. Obviously, you want to keep that kind of small. And so, armed with this knowledge, me and my roommate went to my favorite grocery store to see what we could find. So from doing my research and talking to Liv, I figured out that I needed to definitely add calcium into my diet, and I needed to add all those nutrients that I was lacking in. So what I did for the next day was I had a banana smoothie for breakfast, but I added that calcium into my banana smoothie. B6, potassium, magnesium are all in a banana, so that's a really good thing to get. But then for lunch, I had a potato and a lettuce wrap. And so there I was getting in a lot of my other nutrients that I was lacking. And then for dinner, I had a rice bowl with veggies, mushrooms, and beans. And so for that, I added in obviously protein from the beans, magnesium and iron and folate, which are in those mushrooms that I was lacking so greatly in. So then I put all of what I ate the next day into Cronometer. I ate so much more. As you can see, the levels are green rather than red or yellow like before, which means that I am doing so much better in getting in all that intake. I think I was 50% ahead in all of the areas on the second day rather than the first day that I put my food into Cronometer, and I also ate 500 more calories. So it's not that hard being vegan. You just have to know what foods to pick up at the grocery store to get in all your vitamins and nutrients. And now I know what I need to pick up to incorporate into my diet so that I can live a healthy vegan life.